Well, welcome back to the Vino Rod. So let's see what I've been working on. All right, so I had a little hoop-de-doo right here, so I had to take and level that out. And then you can see that I've been using this round Durablock. And just, using it like this, to try to get that radius as straight as I can to kind of keep as minimal as the hoop-de-doos that I can try to keep out of this. And let me show you my little leather deal. So that'll be my package tray filler. And I have another one for my dash. You can see the old Vino Rod there and some grapes. But yeah, I have one for my dash too. Okay, you can kind of see that detail there is a workaround on my rocker there. So this was the original 29 door jamb that I cut down to fit and make work for this car. Cut out for my door lock. And then this height here is to match this height here. And this height is to match this jamb here. And just some basic hinges I picked up from a hardware store that I added the leaves, because they only came to about this portion in here. So I added that extra leaf on there, both directions. And they're welded on solid, but I do have adjustment where these fellas right here can come into play to, if you're down here on the bottom hinge, you can add a shim in the back, which will pull the door forward or suck it in. So I have that adjustment. And if you don't know too much about the history on these cars, the original doors were solid, riveted on. There was actually no adjustment with the old Model A doors. And then here I just added this little filler piece, so when the door's shut, you can't see down in between this hinge. And, it adds as an extra stiffener. And then you can see the belt line. So that's a belt line there of a 29 door. And I've got it married into the 30-31 cowl, where I've cut into that belt line and added that small little detail there into this door. and it's just kind of ended it off. It's about an inch. And then I domed this part to match with that dome on that. And then this one, you know, this door had that detail there across there. And then I just built these pieces because it was a sedan, so the frame went up and I had to cut that detail off to add this portion. So yeah, it has a nice shape to it. And as you get back here, you know, you can get the old look right there. So yeah, it's been a fun time putting this car together, making things fit. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's taken a long time, but I love every part of it. And here, let me show you one more thing before we go. My steering wheel. So as you can see, that originally started out as an air handler, single groove pulley. And when I got into this to make a repair on this air handler, on which we were going to change the speed, we had to replace this pulley. And so when I first opened the door to that air handler, as soon as I saw the pulley, I go, okay, that's the Vino Rod steering wheel. Just no doubt about it. So what I ended up doing was sticking it in a hydraulic press and heating it up and then pushing on this hub part, which was able to give me the dish effect there. You can kind of see the hub part there. And so what I did is I milled out that center section to receive my steering column. And then this was actually an idea given to me by another YouTube channel. And so I'm going to end up using this cork, which I've still got some things I need to do to it. I'm going to shorten that down, shorten all this down so it's not sticking out, so it doesn't have such a massive, where it sticks out so far. I want to reduce that down quite a bit there. And then, so what I did was I put my steering wheel spline in there, you know, milled all that out, and pressed my steering or the spline bushing on the steering wheel, pressed that in there. And the steering column I have has a horn button on the very end of it. So there's a button that will be right down here. So what I want to end up doing is modifying all this stuff. So I do have a horn button that's a cork. Hey man, it's the Vino Rod. You got to have a cork horn button. All right, well, things continue. So come on back and we'll see you soon.